Hello and hello everybody. Welcome back to another season, another episode of Serving It Hot. I am your girl Bree. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you are a recurring listener, thank you as well for coming back each and every single week to listen to what your girl has to say. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. All right, first things first, I didn't even realize I had my headphone in, so I apologize if you're wondering what's that big thing in my ear. Took it out, but first things first, happy 2023, you guys. Yay! We made it to another year. I'm so excited. You guys see my do? You guys see it? Yeah, I cut my hair. Ain't no thing for me to be cutting my hair. I think I want to go a little bit shorter, but that's another conversation for another day. But if this is your first time here, we normally start off this podcast with 2 segments, but I decided I'm going to switch things up. So the first segment that I'm going to do is called Story Time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I apologize if you guys could see my hairstyle, because most people just listen to this podcast, but now you could also view it on YouTube. So yes, but anyway, story time. So yes, I cut my hair. I was like, I want to go into the new year with a new look. So I cut my hair. I think I might make it a little bit shorter. Right now I have a tapered fade, and he cut a little bit off the top, but I think I want it a little bit shorter, but we will see. Now, if you see me glance over, it's because I have notes. I think I'm at that point where my memory isn't working correctly. I don't know. So if you just see me look over, it's because I'm looking at my notes, okay? So, story time. What do I have to say? Oh, of course, we just celebrated New Year's, right? I did not stay up until 12 o'clock. I went to bed after 11. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. My eyes are literally closing. So I fell asleep. My kids, they stayed up. They told me the following day they stayed up. And they were like, it really wasn't all that they expected it to be. But they stayed up nonetheless. Me, myself, before I actually fell asleep in the bed, I was propped up in the bed and I just meditated. I gave thanks for everything that I went through in 2022, for all the people that I've met, for the impact that I've had on people. And I just asked for more peace, happiness, love for 2023. And then I just dozed off and went to bed. Normally in the past, for celebrating New Year's, I would go out to a friend's house, have a few drinks, party. This year I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So I just stayed in, and it was actually pretty restful, relaxing, and all that goodness. So I didn't stay up to bring in the new year. What else? Oh, on Sunday, not Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday night, me and my family went to go see Avatar. You guys know that Avatar is over 3 hours, right? So the tickets were selling out like crazy. So we got the show in like around 7:45. So we got there, and overall the movie was, I can't say that it was worth the wait, because the first Avatar came out in 2009. So it took them 13 years to bring out the new one. But overall, it was a really, really good film. I love. My takeaway from this film was it was more about spirituality and family and gratitude. That was my takeaway from it, and it absolutely tugged at my heart. They had different scenes in the movies that tugged at my heart, but overall, that was the theme that I think they probably were trying to portray, but that's what I took from it. So if you guys haven't watched that movie yet, go ahead and see it. It is killing at the box office right now. I know they are making a lot of moolah, but yeah, go ahead and check that out. Also, for New Year's, I decided to cook black eyed peas. Now, if I'm assuming that if you're black or if you're from the Caribbean, normally you eat black eyed peas for New Year. And I think they said it's supposed to bring in luck or whatever. But it's been a long time that I made black eyed peas, to the point of when I was cooking it, my children were like, what kind of beans is that? I was like, black eyed peas. They were like, why does it look so weird? It's like looking right at me. They found it so weird. They were like, I don't want to eat that. It looks scary. So it dawned on me that I hadn't cooked black eyed peas in a very long time. But I made that. My husband, he wanted salmon. So I was like, hey, we're going to have a compromise. I want black eyed peas. You want salmon. So we're going to have the best of both worlds. So that's what I made for our New Year dinner. And I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and get into our other segment. And we're back for our second segment. I cannot believe I did this again, but I had the headphone in my ear again. This first episode of the second season is just going crazy, but hey, it is what it is, okay? So my second segment that I will do today is going to be a recommendation and a review. Now, my recommendation is for you guys to read this book. It is called The Four Agreements by, I forgot his last name. I forgot his name. I think it's something Ruiz. I apologize, but just Google The Four Agreements. It's a very small book, but it is very powerful. Basically, he lists the 4 agreements that you do in order to transform your life. And those agreements are: be impeccable with your word, don't assume, don't take things personally, and always do your best. I just got done reading it and it really hit home. So I highly suggest that you guys go ahead and take the time out to read that book. It's really short, it's really small, but it's very powerful. Okay, so moving on, my review. I can't give a full review of it because I haven't finished watching it yet, but I started watching The Best Man. The last chapters is on Peacock. And for some reason, when I first saw that they were coming out with this, I thought it was going to be a movie. I'm so glad that it's not a movie and it is a mini-series, I would say. I think it has 8 episodes. But overall, so far, it is amazing. They're all grown, even more grown now. I think maybe all of them are probably in their mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s. And it's just amazing to see how much they have grown from the first film, The Best Man. And of course, they still look young, all of them, but the storylines for the characters are amazing. I said I can't give you guys a full review because I'm not finished yet. I think I'm on episode 5, but it is very good. So you guys go ahead and check that out. It's on Peacock. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. All right, so the topic I want to discuss today is, if you guessed it, you're right, New Year resolution. Now, we all know that we set all these resolutions on January 1st, and then by the end of the month, we don't finish them. We just give up, right? Now, I'm here to tell you, take baby steps towards your New Year goals, your New Year resolution. Don't go ahead and jump all the way in. No, ease your way in. If you jump all the way in, it's like you don't know how to swim, right? And you just decide to dive into the pool. Does that make sense? No. So take that and apply that to your New Year goals, your New Year's resolution. Take baby steps. Most people, New Year resolutions are working out, right? We all know that the gyms right now all across the world are packed because people are like, yes, I'm gonna start working out every single day, this and that. By the end of January, the gym goes back to maybe the normal set of people that are consistent in their workout. But yeah, majority of them just stop. And it's like, why? Because you decided to jump all the way in instead of easing your way in. Now, talking about New Year resolutions, New Year goals, my first one is to be more at peace. Now, being at peace, it may sound easy, right? But I think that it's harder said than done. Why? We all face disappointments. We all face setbacks, right? That's a part of life. But I think that if I find some peace in whatever it is that's going around, I'll be fine with that. I can't, oh my gosh, get upset over whatever it is that's happening, stressing myself out, making my heart beat all fast, almost having a heart attack, having a migraine, all this. No, I need to be more at peace no matter what it is that's happening around me. Everything around me is happening for a reason, and I just have to deal with it. Go with the flow. Don't go against the tide. Go with it. My second one is setting boundaries. And of course, a lot of people might be like, oh, that's easy to do. I'm here to tell you, it may or may not be easy, okay? Last session with my therapist, she asked me, she was like, have you been setting time aside for yourself? And I'm like, no, I've been busy. We just got done with the crazy season, which is Christmas. And then I've just been doing this and that. She was like, okay, but you need to set time for yourself, right? And I was like, yeah, I know, but just so hard because I want to do this, I want to do that. She was like, no. And an instant I told her is because one example I told her is I feel like I need to cook for my family, for my kids every single day, right? Whether tired, sick, what have you, I feel like that is my duty as a mom to do that. She was like, why do you think that is your duty? And it really got me to thinking. I was like, I just don't want them to see me as, I guess, being a bad mom because I don't cook for them. She was like, okay, let me ask you this. Your mom, did you think that she was bad because maybe she didn't cook once a week? And I was like, no. So she was like, well, why would you feel that way? And I was like, dang, you're right. So I implemented this new thing that my kids, they are 14 and 12, okay? They've watched me cook. They have cooked along with me. So I've implemented this new rule that once a week, they are going to cook dinner. I do not care what it is, but they are going to cook one meal every week. And that's it. And by doing that, it gives me a chance to rest. It gives them a chance to, improve their cooking skills for when they go out on their own. And it's just a win-win situation in my book. So that's what I'm implementing, setting boundaries. Another thing that I'm doing in the new year is saying no more. I don't want to continue pleasing people, even though I feel that I have no interest in it. I don't feel like doing it, but because I want to satisfy you, I'm going to say yes. No, I'm going to say no a lot more. And it is what it is. I got to put myself first. As we all know, we're not getting younger. We're getting older. So at some point, you have to care about your needs, your wants, your desires, your passions. So I'm saying no more in 2023. What is another thing that I'm starting in 2023? Oh, I'm starting to be more confident, and I'm starting to be less perfect. Like this episode, for chance. You guys saw me with my headphones in my ears twice. The old me would have been like, you know what? This is it. I'm not doing this YouTube. I'm just going to continue doing my podcast, audio only, and that'll be it. What's the point in doing that? Everything doesn't have to be perfect. The truth is, whether you're authentic or not. I think that's what most people care about. Most people don't care about perfection. Most people relate to you being your true self, you being authentic. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in 2023. I can't think of anything else that I set for myself for this year, but I know that whatever it is that I set is going to be amazing. I can't wait for this year to reveal what it has in store for me. I hope that you guys set your New Year resolutions, that you guys ease yourself into your New Year resolutions. Don't jump in. Take your time, figure it out, and take baby steps. I mean, if you're taking baby steps, you're still moving forward. You're not moving backward. So take your baby steps and just keep moving forward. Now, I like to end my episodes with a quote. And the first quote that I'm giving you for this new year is by C.S. Lewis. And it says, "You are never too old to set a new goal or dream a new dream." Let me say that once more. You are never too old to set a new goal or dream a new dream. I love you guys so much. I wish you all the best in this year to come. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to review and rate this podcast. It's available on all podcast streaming platforms. And I hope you guys like this episode. We are starting off the second season of Serving It Hot with a bang. I don't have anything hot in front of me to eat or drink today, but that's all right. I might have something next week for you guys. But until then, you have an amazing day, an amazing night, weekend. Please be safe. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.